My work can be done from home, it just can't be done well. Students don't learn well over Zoom. That's fair, Hippofan. I'd like a decent enough income to not have to jump through hoops for the government just to get a pittance. Yeah, Karen, I absolutely agree. And I mean, my government doesn't give a shit about its people, so it's it's a thing. Like, for the first 3 months of the pandemic, I didn't have access to unemployment because they haven't decided to give it to us yet. And then after that, it was going okay for about another 3 months, and then it stopped again. And then another 2 or 3 months went by, and they decided to start paying me again. And we don't know why. They don't know why. You couldn't call them. Like, there was no way to get through to anybody. It just happened. No back pay or anything like that. And then they decided that, in my state at least, at the beginning of June, I think, maybe earlier than that, they decided that if you are on unemployment, you also have to sign up to work for the state at minimum wage doing back-breaking labor in order to qualify for unemployment. And I was just like, no. I miss not having to put on pants and just rolling out of bed 5 minutes before class. Nice. Your contract ended just after you got a new boss who seemed to be taking a nepotistic view. Ew, gross. I'm sorry, Karen. The same week, a bunch of our workforce got stood down due to the pandemic. Yeah, I hate those bosses. Hemingway had a belief that you had to sit down and write 1,000 words every day. You could throw it all out, rewrite, and edit it to your heart's content, but a writer had to get down and actually write. It reminds me of the painting workshops during the Renaissance. Just sit your butt down and paint. Pete, that's a fair point, but if you're just writing for writing's sake, there's very little point to what you're doing, and for me, that's annoying. Remember those PPP loans which you were supposed to go towards paying you all? Yeah, Hippofant, that was a thing. Never happened. I know my boss got one, but I didn't see a cent of it. Hey, Samo. Don't mind us, we're ranting. Right. Okay, let's finally open the door, because I'm sure Borenson wants to know. So Karen, in the States, they released what's called a PPP loan. I don't remember what it stands for, but it goes to employers, and the idea behind it was supposed to be that they pay the employer, and the employer pays the employees for being off work. Now, what actually happened is the owners of the businesses got paid and kept it in their pocket everywhere. So yeah, that worked real well. Right. Hello, lady. Are you gonna mind if I rummage through your cupboards before we talk? I'm stealing your shoes. +1 to indirect modes of taxation? I got shoes that add taxation. Why? What really happened was the owners kept it. Exactly, Samo. Exactly. We had JobKeeper, which is BS. The company's got the money, workers, and the unemployed didn't. Yeah. So you guys had the same setup. Whole world just got fucked. I can't write that way, and I'm not a fan of most of Hemingway's work. You can really tell he was an alcoholic and just wrote shit. Pete, that's very well said. He was very much an alcoholic. I think some of his early work is good. But yeah, his later stuff, no. You just got shoes relevant to the topic of real life conversation. I did. It's like the game is listening. It's all based on a very false assumption that trickle down is a thing. Exactly, Karen. That is exactly it. That's exactly it. But only indirect taxation. The Canadian government just sent money directly to people and were like, you know what? If we weren't supposed to get this money, we'll get it back at tax season. Honestly, that's great. That's fucking brilliant. Like, I've been living on poverty wages since COVID hit, and it's awful. Could have done more, but yeah, just did the easiest, simplest solution. Yeah, I mean, it's better than what we did. In the US, the government literally believes itself incapable of doing anything and pipes everything through employers. True. Can the US government build roads? No, it can only contract companies to do it. Well, yeah, that's true. Except for the freeways that were built back in the 50s. Those, I think, were federal contracts by the Corps of Engineers, if I remember right. Can the US government provide healthcare? No. Only mandate companies to provide. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Shoes that add to taxation. Sounds like there's no representation. Time to throw tea into the harbor. Prime Minister was a big fan of Trump. Ugh. And his bestie is QAnon. Yeah. That gives you an idea. He also believes in a god of the rich. Oh, God. It's terrifying. Sorry. Right, we're gonna investigate your room before talking to you. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. I should take it. Kim, you didn't see this. Hi, lady. Now that we've ransacked your room.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hands. She is terrifying. I just want you guys to know that. Terrifying. The 50s never happened. Only neoliberalism exists. He's a Pentecostal who thinks the rich are rich because they deserve it. Oh, God. Sounds like he's a real big fan of Ayn Rand. If you are poor and unemployed, it's your fault. Yeah. She looks like the Joker. She does. Thank you, Bornson. I was wondering what the hell that was reminding me of. Awesome. But yeah, Dame Karen, the PM definitely sounds like an Ayn Rand fan, and that's unfortunate. That's so bad. The PM's the dude who left on vacation when the country was on fire. Yes. Okay, no, I remember that. Right. She jingles a set of keys in her hand.
Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
Thank you, Empathy.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. You know what? We could inspect the passport, or I don't need your ID. I really don't like her smile. It's terrifying. Our PM's the guy who doesn't understand that cryptography, there we go, is math, and you can't make a back door in math. It's a fucking front door. I wouldn't even try math, so God. Government bashing at its best. I approve. Right. I don't need your ID. I just want to ask questions.
Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour.
She slips the passport back in her purse and checks her watch. Okay. What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
She sighs and looks around. Okay. If this agent said to you right now, you know how I got these scars as her mouth widened, I wouldn't even blink. Not even slightly. In order for maths to work, one must understand it, and I wouldn't imagine they're capable of understanding math. Yeah. I feel terrible that you guys are stuck with that PM. How long are you guys stuck with him for? Reprehensible. Let's pretend. Reprehensible. Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who
Good
used
word.
to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating. But fun fact, by the way, Moribund is the title of my next novel. There you go. Dame Karen, you actually have a Joker meme. Hell yeah. Or a Joker emote. That's amazing. Hopefully till a vote of no confidence comes through. Fair. Until Labor offers a decent opposition. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Fun fact, by the way. The Joker, the original Joker, and all iterations thereof are based off of an old movie that might be based off an old play called The Man Who Laughs, I think. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm going to give you guys this link because you need to see it. There we go. It's wonderful. You can definitely see where they got the idea from. Tragic movie, but excellent also. He's a bit of a misogynist and sexist and homophobe. Yeah. DJ Friend's a massive Batman fan. Nice. Yeah, Samo, that would drive me insane. Having just gotten out from being under, the orange moron that everybody hated. Yeah. We're in a spot at the moment where any prime minister we have a choice of has personal interests in the country. Ew. I helped a fellow make music for 4 or 5 years. He finally went quite huge after, and I felt very happy about this. Gigs booked every weekend, so awesome. Nice. It's a very diplomatic answer. Everyone is backstabbing each other from all parties, and the government is slowly losing it. Okay, so it's good to see that everybody is pretty much in the same boat we are. That's terrifying. About a guy that sludges through a bitter snowstorm to save his sister, and his face is frozen in a garish smile. Hold on. So, Gothic historical romance in the vein of earlier Universal Prestige productions and The Hunchback and The Phantom of the Opera. Yeah. Best known for his rictus grin. I love it. This was a Victor Hugo novel, and it reminds me of Tetanus and the Sardonic Smile. Okay. And I know I pronounced that wrong. It's fine. No, that makes sense. I approve. I mean, there's just a lot of damn boomers in the world. It's true. Right. Real estate agent. We should probably be playing the game too. It's fine.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Right. Who lived in the apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but...
3 months rent. Okay. If I were some sort of observer entity, this would be a fascinating experiment to see what occurs to a democracy when there's a demographic shift towards old geezers. I think we're witnessing it now, and it's terrifying, Hippofan. Pronounced it fine? Score! I'm terrible at the older names, so... Right.
And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Sometimes you gotta have holes in the wall. It's fine. I have a hole in my window. You don't see me complaining.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
She snaps her fingers. Okay. For a moment, I thought Victor Hugo was one of Batman's villains. But that's Dr. Hugo Strange. Yeah, that's the one. I always enjoyed that in... I don't know about the older comics, but in the animated series, there was Dr. Enigma. Edward Nigma. It's terrible, but I love it. If you don't get your tetanus shots, kids, you could end up with your Joker face. That's terrible, Karen. I love it. But also, every muscle in your body would be painfully tense. True. And then you die. It's fine. That's what I mean. I wonder and hope things will get better when the boomers die. The millennials will be the demographic bulge then. Hope they use their powers for good. I mean, I think if my generation, because I'm a millennial, I think if my generation was raised with the idea that voting actually changed anything, that we probably could get a lot done because we do outnumber the boomers. Unfortunately, for most of my life, voting has proven to do jack shit. At least here. I don't know how it is everywhere else, obviously, but voting here doesn't change a damn thing. So most of my generation doesn't. Now, they all got out and went and voted last time, but I don't expect them to vote again next time we have a presidential election or for their local elections. I mean, I sincerely doubt it's going to happen. Yeah, I'm hopeful, but yes, the other Doctor Strange. Victor Hugo wrote Les Miserables. Yeah, there you go. Enigma is the Riddler. Yes, thank you, Pete. I was trying to remember the villain name. Thank you very much. You're a millennial. Yes, I am. I am 35. And that makes me an elder millennial, but a millennial nonetheless. Right. Brain, tell me things.
The sum must have been puny.
Fair enough. See, they could have gone Geezer Sanders, and that would have been a very different thing. Agreed, Karen. That would have been a major different thing. I'm your age, Gen X. Nah, it depends on who you check. I think Gen X stopped at 83 or 82, something like that. Gen X was early 80s. Yeah. I don't remember. It's a blurry line anyway, and it's all made up. So it doesn't really matter. But at least as far as I understand it.
Oh, it irks her. The incompetence.
Okay, so she's pissed because it's inefficient. I got it. My money has also disappeared, I think. Couldn't have been that much money. The apartments look shabby. Let's go with that.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable.
I like that she just said there was a hole in the wall, and now she's like, it has great ventilation. Bernie was a good old geezer, the people's grandpa. Agreed, Karen. Agreed. Bernie would have been interesting, and I still support a lot of what he has to say. It's unfortunate that we don't really have a left in the United States. We have centrists, and then we have, on the other side of the scale, complete total fascists, and that's all we have. Like, that's that's it. If you are left of center here, you are considered insane, because how dare you think that money isn't the end all and be all of everything. Okay, so the apartments are affordable.
I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
Okay.
It's as if they're real wizards, able to resurrect dead real estate and breathe life into bank accounts.
I like Inland Empire. Inland Empire is amazing. Right, my money's also disappeared.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
Democrats screwed him. Yeah, agreed. They did. They just stabbed him in the back. The house I grew up in had a large crack in the foundation, had great airflow. And in the winter months, good water flow, too. It's good. It's fine. Okay, so what happened to the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it.
I enjoy that the voice actress is actually talking through her teeth. Like, she's smiling while talking and trying to be very, very delightful while being angry. It's quite nice. I remember watching the French news, and they were trying to explain to French people how Americans feared a socialist. Socialist Party was one of their two major parties. Oh. Okay.
Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over her chest. Okay. Well, that's all then.
Of course.
She replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Okay, so that was useless except for some fun shoes.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
You mean the voice actress has been Jokerified? Now I'm just thinking of the plot from the 1985 movie. Love that Joker. Where he turns everybody into the smile disease. I love that. Say what you want. We never get sick in that old farmer's house. We never had mold or allergens. I mean, fair. Because you can't. Nothing's going to settle with the wind blowing through the place. Master investigator, eh? Okay. What do you mean?
Nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
My savoir-faire might be hitting on me. I'm just browsing.
Yes, that's what it is. A quick peek here. A short glance there. It's all quite delectable.
Okay, we gained a new thought. The Jamrock Shuffle. What is this? It's clear you like to look inside containers. You like to open doors and see what's behind them. Ooh. So, I lose some esprit de corps, but it looks like this will actually help me get into places. Yes, internalize it. Brilliant. I was thinking of the three Jokers as interpreted by Sherrock and Mostly Wolf. Fair enough. I need to just pop into Mostly Wolf streams again. I haven't done that. I haven't been doing much all week, to be honest, but I haven't done that recently. Right, that's the balcony. This is the place she was talking about. Waves crashing in the darkness. This is the fridge. Okay, let's go out to this balcony. No, that's just the kid. That's up there, I seem to recall. Right. How... Heating the place was expensive, but I was a kid. Wasn't my concern. Fair. Try to imagine heating a house in Minnesota in winter, basically missing a wall. Jesus. Samo, enjoy your lurk. Inexplicable feminist agenda. How rude. Yeah, that's something we internalized. Now it can be increased into a raging feminist agenda. So I mean, there's that. The apartment has great ocean views. Yeah, through the hole in the wall, and the hole in the glass. It's fine. Great views. And you can always hear the ocean and everything else. Oh. Maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling. Okay, we need to hurry because we're getting towards the end of the day.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20.
20, that's somewhere we need to be.
The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Excellent.
This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
Why is Inland Empire concerned?
Don't knock. Just leave. You don't need this. You don't need to sad it up.
I missed my necktie. Right. Kim, we should discuss this. What should I expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself.
Right. This is going to be the corpse's house that we found on the dock. That's what it is. Maroon glow sounds so nice until he finishes the sentence. Okay.
Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Okay, well that's nice. I've actually had to deliver death news many a times. I hate it. It's terrible, and there's no good way to do it. At all. No good way. Your necktie is judging you. My necktie is constantly judging me, Karen. And the little thought bubbles that pop up, that's my brain arguing with me. It's fine. Okay. Do you have any advice on how to tell her?
Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Okay.
Good advice.
Solid. Solid. Kim, I don't want to do this. Let's go. What if I don't want to do this? No. It's my job. Right. I think I'm ready.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Let's give it a knock.
Hello? Who is it?
A voice calls out from the other side of the door. It's amazing. I don't think I could do it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I've done it 4 times for 3 different people, and I hate it. Like, it's awful. Let's not look to the lieutenant. Let's do this ourselves. Is this Billy Majon's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
You hear shuffling inside.
There's fear in her voice.
I'm not here to bust you.
Come in, the door is open.
Okay. Let's quick save it just in case we botch this. In we go. Hello, lady.
Hello, I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee. I was supposed to get some tomorrow.
I feel bad already.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief. For now, you're on your own here.
Okay, brain.
Condensation from stepping inside.
Thank you, visual calculus.
He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright for the tea.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face. And she's extra hospitable, right?
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
Okay. I have a very good chance of passing this. Washing is calling. No worries, Karen. Enjoy your lurk. Just reading that wiki article about the man who laughs. Yes. Universal put over $1 million into The Man Who Laughs, an extremely high budget for an American film at the time. $1 million in the movie in the 1920s. Yeah, it was a massive budget. So you live with Victor, your husband, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
How old are your daughters?
Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
Okay, they're not super young. I feel slightly better about this. So where is everybody?
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
Okay, we know where he is. Out where?
He has a problem with drinking. And so he disappears every now and then.
Right.
He's probably in the parks drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
She smiles sourly. What's the name of the library?
Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one at Mayro Street. I don't know the official name.
Central Jamrock Public Library?
That'd be the one.
I think, yes, if that's the one on Mayro.
Brain?
It is.
Okay. So we know that it was him that went to that library. What was he going to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective? Did he...
Continue.
Do something? Break something? It's a fool's hope.
Was it The Glinting Curve by M. Tybalt?
Yes.
She becomes unsettled as you say that, her forehead scrunching up in a worried expression. Do you remember what he was wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so
It reminded him of his teenage years.
No distinctive features? No, let's be direct. What about the inner lining?
Yes. The lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
Right. There's something I have to tell you.
She folds her hands across her chest.
Okay. So if we needed higher empathy, we would have it, but unless we get double one, we have this. Tell her about the dead body.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
Do I just say he's dead, or... Yeah, empathy, give me some advice here.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Use that word.
That's true, by the way. If you are telling somebody that somebody has died, you need to be very, very direct on that point. Because once they know that somebody is dead, their brain will jump around and try to figure out any way that it could be impossible that you just said that. And it's heartbreaking. Every time. Right. Ma'am, I'm sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Mejean, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What did you say?
Your husband is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Oh.
She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
Oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table, where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
But he was just here. Alive.
No, sad now.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
Continue.
What happened to him?
She turns to you, her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches, her double chin is shaking. It's early to say, but at first glance it seems like he slipped and hit his head. Accident, fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head. Yeah, as far as we know, that's true.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
Yeah. It's hard to say at this point. Couldn't have been long. It couldn't have been long. That's subjective. We can go with that.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress.
Here.
The lieutenant takes out his handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away her tears. Is there anyone we can call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
Unreal.
Aww. Hey, Dalton, how you doing?
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
They should know. Do you want us to call them and ask them here? Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow. Yeah, but if you're alone for a day, that's not great either. Okay, I'll go with empathy. Empathy rarely steers us wrong.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
She nods, but with a wretched expression.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information. I wonder if we hadn't called the station, if we would have to say, yeah, he's, still laying on the boardwalk. Okay, Brian?
A very good call.
Excellent.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
She runs out of breath.
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
The lieutenant nods at the woman, then back to you, his voice lowered. Set the library card by her and leave the room. Well, I'm sad now. How are you guys? Fucking hell. Hi, Kim.
You did well.
The lieutenant says as soon as you left the apartment, the balcony feels cool and quiet, with a stunning view over the district. Did you meet her before this? No, Bornson, I didn't. I could have done more.
You did enough.
He pauses, rubbing his hands together to generate some heat.
Can't save the whole world, you know.
Fair. Brain?
Can't bring the dead back.
Right. What now?
I'll call the station tomorrow and let them know the name of the deceased.
You can annoy the shit out of her by repeatedly asking if there's any missing people you need to find. Wow. Oh, that's terrible. What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
It makes that scene feel way worse. I bet. God, that would be terrible. Right. Case closed then.
Let's go.
And that's the dead body on the boardwalk taken care of. That wasn't heart-wrenching or anything.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Okay, Brain?
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Right. It's also almost 9, which means the day is about over.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
Well, Kim said so.
No one answers.
Fair.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air. Is 9 at night not the evening for you?
We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
If I just sit here for a moment, it'll be 9. What are you talking about?
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right? He might know something about the murder. Tonight at 9 p.m., right here, apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Okay, we're here. It's now 2100. Hi, guys.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag on his cigarette. Okay, I gotta admit, sometimes the time system is really, really cool, and sometimes it's very transparent. But, Brain, tell me more.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
Hey, woman on the internet, I thought you must have passed out. Welcome back. Things are going well here. We just told a woman that her husband was dead, and that was heart-wrenching. How are you?
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Ah, yeah, the cleaning lady let us in.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes. Fair enough. On my way to bed, wanted to check in with you first. Fair enough. Appreciate you stopping in.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I mean, kinda. Honestly, just trying not to screw anything up. Not going to make things just right, gonna make them spectacular. Or I can ignore the question. I mean, to be fair, that is what we're aiming for.
Beautiful.
A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods towards door 28. Okay. By the way, I'm really digging the view here. Point to the city skyline. Yeah, let's talk through. Point to the skyline.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place.
He looks
My
away.
place is special, isn't it?
Yeah. He looks away. His cigarette end glowing in the dark.
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
The lieutenant whispers to you, shaking his head. Yeah, fair enough. Is it Friday? It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Okay, very well. I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Okay.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Interesting.
Besides, I've got to run.
As you do.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Right. Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
He gestures idly towards distant motorways. Interesting. Brain?
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Okay, so he's gonna go out clubbing. Fair enough. Only if you promise that we'll talk again because it's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words. It's laughter.
Nah.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
Aww.
Take care, alright?
Well, we leveled up. That's nice. Got the smoker on the balcony. We got a skill point. Good. He says another disarming smile before slipping off into the night. Brain.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim? There's something so different about him that I can't put my finger on. Yeah, let's go with that.
Different, of course.
His shirt, why is his shirt always unbuttoned? Okay, my character can't figure out that this man is gay. Right. He's such a good listener. I like talking to him.
You like talking to him.
Lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. It made me feel special.
It made you feel special. Come on, detective. Let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods at the apartment door before you. Wonderful. Kim's amazing. I like Kim. Right. To the Sunday friend. Okay, first things first, let's ransack the place. What's this? Quarterly business magazine. What's this? Silken robe. Yeah, sure, we're just gonna take that. That's fine. Old photo of the same apartment, dated the year 01. Buckets of paint, layers of old newspapers. A canonical hat. Okay. Exquisite canopy bed. Made of metal. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. And an empty ashtray. Okay. Right. So can't do anything else. So, Sunday friend.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in a business casual removes his cufflinks. Some of the best clothes in here. I like them. They're nice.
My name is Charles Vildor, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Okay.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Interesting.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe. We'll get to that right after you tell me the story behind the Black Samaran hat. Yeah, we'll go for that.
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations.
Interesting.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Okay. You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Okay. Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
Okay, Brain.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
Great.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening.
Odd.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one.
Ah.
That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Gotcha.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
Yay, we got something right. And who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
Ah, fair enough. How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Okay.
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge? Did any of them look like drummers? Screw it, let's ask.
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Any of them look like drummers?
Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
Yeah, fair enough. A woman on the internet you can no longer spell. Go to bed. Have sweet dreams.
I think we can drop the drummer angle. That was my bad.
Right, what happened next?
I went back inside.
Okay.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Gotcha. It's good to see you as well, woman on the internet. My eye is doing better. It's not 100% yet, but it's doing better. Thank you very much for asking. Okay, were they men or women or what?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
I can spell. That's my trilingual autocorrect struggling. No, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
Interesting. What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Okay. That does seem strange.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It wasn't a waste of time. Well, those are all my questions. Thank you for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
I had no idea this guy actually gave any useful information. Yeah, apparently so. I had no idea he this is my first time playing, but yeah, there we go. What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Okay.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Interesting. But what are you doing here in the apartment? Or you're some kind of bureaucrat? Did you piss him off? I didn't know you could piss him off. That's amazing. Usually by the time I get here, there's nothing for me. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
Naturally.
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Okay. So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes. As I said before, I'm a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Interesting. Brian?
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
My encyclopedia is confused. What is the international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition.
Ah.
In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
No, that doesn't tell me much.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment.
I think I'm following.
Which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Gotcha.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Gotcha.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Interesting. 2% of what?
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Yes.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty.
God damn it.
Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist.
Okay.
But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
I'm pretty sure we just talked to a politician. Right. I've heard of the Moral Intern before. I want to know more. Tell me about Soda Clay. Yeah, tell me more about Moral Intern.
It's the international organization for moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Turn to Kim, so what I'm hearing is that we're the Moral Intern bitches. Turn to Kim, so we're actually working for the Moral Intern. That doesn't seem so bad. Let's be rude.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Fair. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me?
We caught him off guard.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
Yeah, fair enough.
A very moralist answer.
The man nods.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Aha. Yeah, that's fair. Man, Twitch is having a buggy night. I have a playback playing on my other monitor, and it's had to reset about 7 times now. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. Okay. Twitch buggy? I know, right? Never. Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
Yeah, fair enough. What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy.
Okay.
But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is an ideology, blah, 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 of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Ravacholians. Democracy is meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capitalism. Or it's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D. None of the above. Is that moralism? Yeah, pretty much. Haven't wanted to complain or point out the stream issues. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Like, I'm not dropping frames, but I can see that Twitch is. So, yeah. Twitch has been pretty rough last 2 nights. I'm thinking that has to be it, because on my end, at least, we're not dropping any frames. And my connection speed is maxed out. Occasionally, I'll get drops in the bitrate from Twitch, though, so that's probably what's going on. I think I did decide before that we're going to go full communist, but let's go for that. Full communist.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Aw, poor Kim.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
I'm assuming it's so many people streaming over Halloween, not sure what the issue is today. I don't know. I do know that they have been having a lot of issues, because when I was watching streams earlier today, it was hard to connect, and like I know for a fact it's not my end, because I checked into that today. So I have no idea what's going on. Haven't tried real communism yet. Didn't work because the coalition crushed it violently. I mean, that is true. Are you telling me this world is working out well?
It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend.
Not seeing any issues? I mean, that's good, Hippofan.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur-le-Clay.
What's there to say? Sur-le-Clay is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
EPIS being?
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sur-le-Clay's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-le-Clay. Its language, its people, its cuisine
Gotcha.
even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Ah. Okay. Well, let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Tell me about your friend.
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
Okay. What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They enter negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
Gotcha. So what is the EPIS?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
Right, Brian?
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
Coming from a country that is the only one on the planet still using the English system? Yeah, fair enough.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay. What's it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, the letters.
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't actually hear what I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Okay. Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No. It's going to have transparent democracy.
Okay. Is Revachol going to be part of the EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't you say candidate members never become real members?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation.
Right. Good.
But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
He chuckles gently. Right. I kind of want to know what the next step is, so hold on a sec.
Kedra is a candidate that it's never going to happen. The EPIS is a It was such a wild
Right, what's the next level?
A supranational political
Oh.
alliance. You mean Revache? It's one day going to be. No,
He's just
but we were
says the same
talking
things.
about my
Okay,
friend
fair
here,
enough.
Not politics.
How did you two become friends? He sounds French. He doesn't care what you're saying. I don't know if that's... that could be French. I don't know. Or he's an IT support. How did you two become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night, civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What? You're describing how the coalition occupied Revachol.
One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate?
What? What do you mean?
Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun. I used to have a flyer for one, but...
This man is a terrible human being.
But now that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know? Very creative. Helps relieve stress.
I hate him. Right, Brian?
A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair, awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motorbus. It's neither funny nor creative.
So you still haven't told me who your friend is.
Sorry. Who?
Wow. The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony, we were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Good God. Bathrobe! Thank you very much for the sub. 8 months, hell yeah. Almost have a Twitch baby, Bathrobe. Almost. Okay, but what's his name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So what can you tell me about him? So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Okay, Brain.
As though you weren't envious enough of the boy as is.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
I don't like this guy. What were you doing in the apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the window. What view? It's dark out.
Listen.
He says, raising his hand. What? I'm not hearing anything.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen.
Okay.
But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
Did you catch the disappointment that was my bailing on playing disco? No, I was busy earlier today, but I saw you go live. What happened, Bethroop? He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. Right, but I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
I hate this guy. Right, I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
Right, we can
A
leave.
moment, officer.
What the hell do you want?
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Interesting. Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Interesting. Brain?
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Gotcha. Yeah, fair enough. Not going anywhere. I want to take a look around the apartment. We're going to ask him something else.
It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Okay. Brain?
The Jamrock Shuffle.
Oh,